Welcome nomgelekile to another episode of quaranTV. Ichomi yakho ngelixesha le-lockdown, brought to you by Umasifuna Learn and Development. As you can see behind me, I've got colorful people. These are the new presenters, the new faces that you'll be seeing on a daily basis on your TV screen. Mpuma Kapa TV, channel 260, right here in Mpuma Koloni. Igama lam yawanguxabiso Zweni. Niza kubabona ke aba bantu bahle every day, as I disappear into the wilderness. Nanso quaranTV. Bukela and enjoy.
Music is everywhere surrounding us, to the sweet melodies of birds chirping in the morning and howling winds that blow over the cold winter night, to just simple chords in a guitar. Here is Sivuyile Scott with a music lesson.
Hello everybody, hello, it's your boy Sivuyile again. Today we're going to do some chords on the scale we did, which is the scale of D major, and then we're going to try and come up with a song on the chords that we'll be learning today. So just to give you a reminder of what we did on the last lesson, we did the scale of D major. Just to give you some details again about the scale of D major, there are two sharps in the scale of D major, which is your F sharp and your C sharp, not hashtag. Remember, it's a sharp when it's a hashtag. So just a reminder of the scale of D. We have your D, your E, your F sharp, your G, A, B, C sharp, and your D again. That is your 8 note. So just to play it again for you to remember it. So it's D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. So that is your scale of D. Now going on the chords of D, they are very easy if you get your scale correctly. So from the scale of D you choose 3 notes that form a chord. That is your D, that's your note number 1, and then you have your F sharp, that is your 3rd note, and then you have your A, that is your 5th note, to form the chord of G major. Again, that's D, F sharp, A, that is chord 1. D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A. Try and form a thing that will make you remember a chord or the notes. So, and then that is your chord 1. And your left, you hold only one note, that is your D, with your thumb. I hope you remember the fingering. So it's 1, 3, 5. That is your chord. Going on the second or the fourth chord of D major, you have your GBD. It's easy to say, it's easy to remember. GBD. So the D start on the on your left, you put your thumb on G, and then on your right it's G, E, D. So that is your chord 4. That is chord 4. Some nice things come out of that chord. And then going to the 5th chord, that is your chord number 5. It adds on a sharp again. Remember the sharps? So that is your A, and then your C sharp, and then your E. That is chord number 5, or chord 5 in the scale of D major. In your thumb, on your thumb, you hold chord note A, just to make it full and bigger. So that's chord number 5. Let's try and combine the 3 chords in an orderly manner. So 1, 2, 3, chord 1, D, D, then go to your second chord, that's chord number 4. Back to D, and then go to chord 5. Some easy movements there. Chord 1, you can form your own song. Just go with the flow. Deep. That is your chord 5. Chord 1. Chord 4, chord 1. So that is your chord number 5. That is your A, C sharp, E. Chord number 4, G, B, D. And then chord 1, D, F sharp, A. So there you have your full song that you can create out of those 3 chords. Just to play around again. That's chord 1. 4. 5. Thank you very much. See you next time. Goodbye.
has many resources. One of them is water. Some people say no water, no life.
And I say no heartbeat, no life.
And then?
It's like wellness. It is multidimensional.
We are talking about hydration, not wellness.
Hydration, wellness, same thing to me.
No, let's just leave it there. Siba will tell us more about hydration.
Maybe next week then she'll tell us more about the 7 dimensions of wellness.
Oh, merely wellness.
Hey, I said so. Let me relax. Spirituality, one of the 7 dimensions of wellness.
Hydration.
Wellness.
Hydration.
Wellness.
Hydration.
Hi, my name is Babalwengeu, and today we're going to speak about wellness. What comes to mind when you hear that word? I think most of us tend to just think wellness is being physically active, of which it's not the case. The World Health Organization describes wellness as a state of complete physical, social, and mental well-being, not just the absence of illness and infirmity. So the first one is physical wellness. And this speaks about being physically active, watching what you eat, resting, and also taking into account little things like putting on a seatbelt when you are in a car or looking both ways when you have to cross the road. The next one will be social wellness, and this one speaks about how well do you interact with the people in your community, and are you able to cultivate healthy relationships. The next dimension of wellness to take into account is intellectual wellness. This one speaks about learning new skills. We have so much time to spare now, so you can attend a course, enroll in a workshop, or even learn a new language. The next dimension of wellness to think about is emotional wellness. Are you able to feel and thoroughly express the things that you feel? Emotional wellness speaks about one's self-esteem, self-acceptance, and also self-actualization. The next dimension of wellness is environmental wellness. And this speaks about how is your lifestyle maintaining or sustaining the earth's resources. So are you using water wisely? Are you recycling? Are you limiting things like useless spam? Just a question. The next dimension of wellness is spiritual wellness, and this one asks us and confronts us about the different values and principles that we live by and how we connect with our soul by means of prayer or meditation or any other way that you see fit. Then the last dimension of wellness would be occupational wellness, and this one, it challenges you to think about the gifts or the talents that you have in order to build up a career and also being open to learning new skills. I hope you learned something new today and that you strive to get a complete sense of wellness.
Molweni, igama lam ndinguSinesipho Ngqobololo. You are a woman with a man inside watching a woman. Men and women are made out of different material, physically, but mentally we are the same. Let's give uAndisiwe Mbelekani time to speak about power and male privilege.
Warm and friendly welcomes to you. Thank you for joining us again here on quaranTV. My name is Andisiwe Mbelekani, but we cool, so you can call me Siwe. I'm here bringing you all things gender-based related. And today I am not alone. Drum roll. As you can see, I am with 2 awesome guests, but I will give them a chance to introduce themselves.
Hello guys, my name is Ollinger, and also a Masifunde participant learner, and I'm 17 years old. I go to Ikumbulani High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Liolo. And I also have...
Hey guys, my name is Azikile Mongo. I am currently going at DF Malaraba High School, also a participant of Masifunde.
Thank you so much guys for joining us today. So as we have done in our previous episodes dealing with all things gender-based related. On our last episodes, we dealt with gender norms and stereotypes as one of the causes that contribute to gender-based violence. And we also dealt with the myths and misconceptions that drive gender-based violence. And today we continue to learn and understand some of these factors. And a factor today that we'll be dealing with is male privilege. And my two awesome guests will help us unpack it and understand it better. So guys, if any of you, if you could help us understand what is privilege first, before we dive to male privilege. What is privilege? What is meant when someone says someone is privileged?
Privilege, it is an advantage that the person or a group of people enjoy without working in any way for it.
I take that, so that is privilege, yes, thank you. So that means that there are things that are made easy for you just simply because you are from that group of people or you are a certain person, yes. Right? So to conclude, Azu, what would you say is male privilege then?
A male privilege is when certain things are made easier for males or boys just because they are from that certain group called males, so things come easy for them because of that.
Exactly. So things are made easier for men or boys. They are much easier than they are for male and boys than females, yes. Girls and women. Yes. Okay. Without assuming, I don't want to assume your gender, right? So which gender would you identify, or do you identify yourself with?
I identify myself as a male.
You are a male, so you are a male by sex, so would you identify yourself as a boy or a girl?
Okay, I identify myself as a boy.
You identify yourself as a boy, okay. And Azu, which gender do you identify yourself with?
Female.
A female. So because your sex is a female, you identify with being a girl or a boy?
A girl.
A girl, okay. Thank you. So I would like us to do a little exercise that will help us understand better male privilege, right? So the exercise is called drop a finger, right? And if you want to join us, you can also do it. So what we'll do is you will lift your 10 fingers up, and then what I will do is I will read statements, and should you resonate with the statement, you drop a finger, right? So a finger dropped represents a disadvantage. We said privilege is an advantage, right? Yes. So if a finger is dropped, it represented disadvantage, right? So I'm going to read out these statements, and should you feel that the statement resonates with you, you drop a finger. Understood? Cool. Okay. Drop a finger if you have to be mindful of what you wear, because it may come out that you are seeking attention from the opposite gender. Drop a finger if you ever got away with trouble because boys will be boys. Drop a finger if a person of the opposite gender ever demanded to talk to you or give them your attention on the streets. Drop a finger if you ever feared being raped or hurt when you were walking alone. Drop a finger if you can't be assertive without being told that you are bossy or you're out of line. Drop a finger if you ever been told to be okay, start that over. Okay. Drop a finger if you ever been told to behave a certain manner or do things a certain way so that you will be suitable or worthy of marriage. Drop a finger if you feel that there is pressure on you to have a perfect body. Drop a finger if you are expected to work more at home than your siblings that are of the opposite gender. Drop a finger if you ever felt unsafe using a public transport and you are the only person of your gender in a taxi full of people of your opposite gender. Drop a finger if you ever felt the need to step aside when a person of the opposite gender walks towards you. Okay, Azu has no fingers left, and she identified as a girl. And Luyolo on this other side has 6 fingers left. So Luyolo still has advantages. So there are 6 statements Luyolo resonated with, and she felt. Okay, Luyolo still has 6 fingers left, and those fingers represent advantage. There are 6 statements that Luyolo resonated with, and he felt at advantage, while Azu on the other side has no more fingers left. I hope this exercise helped you to understand male privilege. The statements were examples of some male privileges. As we know that male privilege can differ from culture to culture, these things exist again because of the belief that men or boys are superior, more valuable than girls and women, which is not true. Men and boys are equal in value and are both important. This is not to make men and boys look bad, but it is important to have these conversations and open up about these things that make women unequal to men, and they contribute to gender-based violence at the long run, and also discuss and question the power that men have over women. Speaking about power, our second factor that we will be talking about today that also contributes to gender-based violence is power. So guys, what would you say is power in the context of people? What comes to mind when you hear the word power when you're dealing with people and gender?
Power is having control, authority, or influence over people.
So it's all about control. So that what comes to mind when you hear the word power, control, authority, and influence. Okay, I want us to do another exercise.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of quaranTV. And I hope you enjoy my colorful new presenters around here. Like I always say, and it's not over until the curtain fall. Goodbye. Au revoir. Tschüss. Ciao. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hayi, noma nihambani nibuye.